Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Ask April Porter Show, where we go live to bring you, small business owners, business education and resources to help you grow your business. And this week, today, we are talking about 3 platforms or tools that can actually help you engage more with customers and create those raving fans that, of course, purchase more often and purchase higher level ticket offers. So this is something you're going to want to put into your marketing funnel. And one of the things that I hear franchisees and small business owners who have storefronts and employees to manage, people tell me all the time, is that they don't do a lot of networking in their local community simply because they don't have the time. When the networking events are taking place, they're working in their stores. And many times, if you've ever tried to belong or go to a chamber of commerce or other private networking groups, many times they happen at lunchtime. And for someone who owns a business that is busy at lunch, this could be a no-go. For instance, anything in the food industry, obviously lunchtime is rush hour for you all, but also a lot of retail or gyms. Like when I used to own the kickboxing gym, we had a lunch crew that came in. So as a small business owner, sometimes you are the person manning the business, either because that just happens to be your time in the business, or if you're short-staffed, you can't help it. And that really prohibits you from participating in a lot of in-person networking events. Now, in-person really is where it's at, but there are some great alternatives, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Networking really should be part of your plan, one way, shape, or form. And if you haven't done so yet, we are going to have a free marketing webinar this Friday at 11 a.m. Central Time. The link to register for it is in the comments, and you can register there, and we're going to walk you through what your marketing plan, what touch points you should have, and how those different things should connect so that you can rush people through your pipeline and get them from stranger, not knowing anything about your business, to a raving fan in record time. So make sure that you sign up for that because that is we're going to take what I teach you right now and we're going to plug it in on Friday during the free webinar. So one of the new tools, and it's really not a new tool, but we're using it more and more and finding a benefit on it, is Alignable. How many of you right now watching are on Alignable? If you are, go ahead and mention it in the comments. Or if you have no idea what Alignable is, tell me that too, and we're going to go down the rabbit hole. So Alignable has been around, I don't even know when it started. In fact, I was on Alignable when I owned my kickboxing gyms, and I was a member of it, but I didn't engage very much. I didn't necessarily understand what the purpose of it was. I didn't get a great, it didn't seem worth time or even the effort in learning how to use the platform. But I will tell you, Alignable really got a big boost, like many online things did during the pandemic. And in the pandemic, many small business owners were engaging in groups and finding support and finding community on Alignable, and that has continued since. So we're now on Alignable as Ask April Porter. So if you're on Alignable, you can catch us and find us there and connect with us. But and we have a group on Alignable now as well, and it is also the Franchisee Tips and Tricks group, and it's 100% free to belong to that group. And in it, we're having conversations around franchising and small business ownership and business education and tools and resources, just like we are here on Facebook. But what we're finding is that people are much more active on Alignable. And in part, that's because Facebook, the algorithms are not showing your content to people in the way that they used to. And you've probably noticed that as small business owners. I know some of my clients have really noticed their engagement going down, and that's due to all the changes in the algorithms. So if you want to connect more, then Alignable is a good alternative, and I think has a lot of things to offer that Facebook does not have that will get you integrated into your community in a bigger fashion without having to figure out when you're going to work in the in-person networking event. So it is a networking platform. It is meant for small business owners to engage with each other. If you haven't started creating strategic partnerships for your business, that is something that you definitely want to leverage because it doesn't cost you any money. And when you create those strategic partnerships, you can actually be getting really warm introductions from your strategic partners to their clients or to other people they know that could use your products or services, which definitely moves the needle faster for you. So Alignable is an absolute amazing resource for that in particular. So that's tool number one. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out and see and make a profile. You also can get recommendations from your peers on there. You can participate in groups. There's professional development events that happen on there, and there's a lot more on it that honestly we haven't dived into just yet, but check it out. Number two, the next tool that we're going to talk about is a new platform. It's actually probably, again, not a new platform, but we've recently discovered it, and it's called Skool, Skool. And Skool, the way that I would recommend you use Skool is to create a community for your actual customers, particularly if you have recurring membership-based business. So if you do want to foster a community between your business and your customers, an ongoing conversation, ongoing community, Skool is an amazing resource. One, you can set up your group for free. Two, it mimics a Facebook group. So many people are already familiar with the concept of it and how to navigate it. But what's brilliant about it is that it is actually showing what you post to the people that want to see it. So they're getting a notification. They can get a Skool app on the iPhone. They will get an email for certain posts that they want to watch. But here's an amazing piece of it. It actually gamifies engagement. So you could create, if you have a rewards program for your customers, you can actually create additional rewards for people joining your Skool community and for people participating in it. Now, when I had a gym back in the day, this is not today's social media, but back in the day, we had a closed member Facebook group. And that closed member Facebook group was super engaged. We ran challenges in there. People put their wins. We did funny gifts. We celebrated milestones, and we did all these shout outs, and people would brag about how many exercises they did on our challenge of the week for that day, and they would compete against each other. And it was like being at a happy hour with people where people are joking and laughing and communicating with each other, but it's all inside that Facebook group. And that's really the intention of a Facebook group, but they've just kind of not been working out recently that way because of the algorithms. Skool is bringing that back. So Skool is a place where you can have that kind of camaraderie between your customers and your business. And of course, that creates a culture. And when you create a culture around your business, you create a cult-like following. So think back in the days of CrossFit, when CrossFit, even now today, if you know anybody who does CrossFit, they are CrossFitters. I mean, they are diehard. CrossFit's the only exercise that works. It's fantastic. Everybody needs to try it. They're going to go and do the competitions and they love it, right? And it's a culture and it has a cult-like following. That is a gold mine for your business. So if you have a business that has the potential to create something like that, then Skool is a great resource and tool for you to begin building that community and doing that on. Tool number 3 is called Nextdoor. Nextdoor is another B2C tool. So the first one we talked about, Alignable, was really more of a B2B tool for you to create your own networking network with other business professionals that can refer people to you. Skool is a great tool for you to build a community with your existing customers. Nextdoor is an awesome tool for you to get in front of people who may not know you exist yet. So with Nextdoor, It is a community oriented tool where people can make recommendations. They can ask, hey, I need to get my house painted. Does anybody know anyone? And you can engage with people in that way. So it's very much getting people in front of people that maybe haven't interacted with you before. Now, with those 3 tools, I'm going to do a little reverse. So we talked about Alignable, we talked about School, and we talked about Nextdoor in that order. But if you think about the marketing funnel, you could get a customer, you could get in front of someone who doesn't know you exist on Nextdoor. They could decide to use your service for the first time. And now they become part of your school community where they're buying into the culture and they're really, really engaging with you and your other customers. And then you're building a reputation, you go onto Alignable and you get strategic partners. So now your strategic partners are referring people to you and they're going right into your school community. You get to skip Nextdoor with that because it's coming straight from your strategic partner. So this can speed up your whole pipeline when you find tools like this and you really dive into it. Now, of course, I know what you're saying is like, April, I am so busy in my business and I can't even barely master the social media platforms and all the new ones that keep popping up. How on earth am I going to master these other tools as well? Well, like anything else, you just got to take it one bite at a time. Right? So take some CEO time, sit down and get quiet. And the first thing you want to do is map out strategically what you need to be putting into the communities that you create or what you need to be doing inside the platform itself for it to be successful. Then when you go into the platform, you can just focus on those first things to start and learn a little bit as you go. If you set aside even 20 minutes a week to learn a little bit more about this platform, then ultimately within just a few weeks, you're going to end up just zooming around in there, just like you do on the platforms you're already comfortable with. When you were first introduced to Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, you had no idea how to use those either. And the reality is you just got to take messy action. Get in there, play around. Don't be afraid of making a mistake. Be a little self-deprecating, like, hey, newbie here. Sorry, didn't realize that I accidentally hit that emoji and sent it. I have, thick thumbs and not familiar with the platform yet. People want to help you. And if you're just honest and transparent, you really can't make a mistake in this arena. So something is better than nothing. Take some messy action. If it makes sense for you because of your storefront business, then pick one of these platforms and just go tinker around in it today for 15 minutes and see what you come up with. And then, of course, visit us again. Let us know in the comments so that we can connect with you and promote you on those platforms as well. All right, so quick reminder, we're going to actually show you how to plug these types of things in to your marketing plan so that you can move people through your funnel faster, turning strangers into customers that buy again and again. We're doing that for free this Friday in our marketing webinar starting at 11 a.m. Central. You do need to be registered in order to get the Zoom link to come in and learn from us in that free webinar. So make sure that you click the link in the comments and you go ahead and register today. And we'll see you on Friday. My name is April Porter. Welcome. We are changing the franchising industry. Show up every day authentically as yourself, unapologetically to infinite success.